Recording on. Let's go here. All right, so where we at? All right. From the last stream on Monday, we talked about the bounce we had here, a possible local top here, and then as you can see, I told you we would have had a possible little bounce, a retest of the level, and then down. So now actually looking at this little trend line we have here, let me adjust it better with, no, this one is the main one, yes. Okay, so now we can target this level here. Zoom out, look where it is. So now we can possible target this level as a possible temporary top on the market. Expecting Bitcoin around these levels here. If we wait a bit more, then we can go for a short for sure in these mega zone. Otherwise, if we can like pump through this zone here, I wouldn't be surprised if we pass, obviously, the main resistance here, targeting this eye here. Wouldn't be that bad, to be honest. Would be in line, obviously, with another all-time high possible. But now the structure is changing. We gained back an important level at 80K. So now we have now this range here, top, bottom range here. So now we can maybe target the middle range here, going down. Otherwise, we can flip it and start again to attack another resistance up here. All right. Is it clear, fam? I think yes. Very, very clear in my opinion. Because it's easy. Let me draw the levels for you. This is the resistance. This is the previous range here. 0.5 level. It's here. 0.5, as you can see. The previous range here. We gain back the level and then we can short the middle range here. If we go through this level, we can maybe have a retest and then up, attacking again the resistance, and maybe, if given, another retest up here. So things are changing at the moment. In that case, would be in line obviously with a losing of this level, targeting the lows here. And as you can see, again here we would have the middle level here and the bottom range here. ETH attacking again the resistance we mark up. We wanted to long down there. We didn't have the possibility to do that. It's struggling again with this level here. We mark up these levels a lot of time ago. It's not magic. It's a visual. What is this? It's a visual understanding of the market, just looking at the candles, how they react at the levels. Okay, so now again, these main resistance here must be flipped. Must be flipped as this one here. This is why now we are struggling. We need an impulsive closure above this eye here with the body of the candle above, boom up, targeting this eye here or this eye here. Right? Perfect. So we talked about how weak it was in the past days, And look how he ramped up. I told you, keep an eye on Soul, because he could have a great run here. We set some alerts here, because I think now can be in a short, uh, like with this whip here, it's in a short zone. But at this point, to be honest, I would prefer to see a reaction above these levels here, with a quick whip here, absorption on the footprint, and then we can play our SFP strategy with the absorption on the footprint, okay? With some liquidations here, then down here. Otherwise, if it closes above without any absorption, another impulsive buyers jumps in Soul, we can have another vertical spike on this coin here. XRP is doing great. Again, here we have the sweep of these are here and these are here. I think Trump's speech spoke today, didn't follow it, to be honest. Wait, where it was? Okay. I didn't follow it, but I don't know what he said. But the thing is that now we need to pump up here. And we talked about USDT dominance, TOL2, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Soul, and XRP. We can go through some other alts, like here in BCH, still looking for this short here. Okay, easy to spot it. Look at these. Look at the cluster of POCs we have here. We have some alerts ready to be played. Just a bit more of patience and then we can play it. We can go through some alerts here on live stream. Let's see if we have something interesting for us. Actually, Atom might be good, but it's not ready on the 30, still not oversold. Bio. So maybe we can see if we can catch some plays together. Bio might have a reaction here, but it's too tight. I think it's gonna break the resistance and maybe we can catch it down here maybe. Blur, perfect reaction here. I think it was valid on the 30. No, not oversold. Hype. BCH. Night. What is this? Illuvium. Woo. Not ready. Not ready. Not ready. Not ready. I don't like to play with Trump coin, but actually this is the GP. You can clearly see it on in the blue box. We have the long position maybe down here. Let's keep an eye on, even if it's not my favorite coin to play with, to be honest. Couple of alerts. This is here. So this might be a play, to be honest. Where is it? Trump. Where it was here? Manta. I don't like it. LPT. I don't like it. Floki actually have these zone down here. Let me attack the magnet here. This zone could be interesting from here to here. Up. Let's set another for these. A couple of. Okay, meanwhile, let me see if you brought something. Not yet. Pepe. FET, LTC. Nothing interesting. Okay, so Anonymous, we are me and you. If you have any question, or request, tell me. We can speak together. Maybe if you want, you can also jump on stage and we talk together. Yeah. And wait, no problem. Let's go. I invited you to speak. Let's go.
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Let's go.
Okay. I just have. Sorry.
Yeah, go on. I listen to you.
Yeah, I just have a question, mostly about Stretch, because obviously they're a bit overdue with the buying, because it was expected to be. Let me just check. Just a second.
What's the coin? Sorry.
No, no, Stretch. With Michael Saylor Stretch. Because the buying was actually it was expected to start on the 15th of April, but because they didn't reach they never reached the $100 mark, that they still haven't bought. So I kind of just have some. I just want to kind of know your opinion on that. Like, what do you think happens? Let's say, let's say when Stretch do start buying. Let's say, for example, if they breach 100 tomorrow, what do you think happens to the price action of Bitcoin? Or let's say, on the contrary, if they don't reach that $100 mark by, let's say, this week, what do you think happens?
To be honest, I don't know. Because in this kind of
Okay.
situation, every time when there is a critical data, a critical date for something, all the things are already priced in. Okay, so
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that case, it's not sell the news or buy the news, it's already priced in. We already saw that, like with the Bitcoin halving, at the day of the Bitcoin halving, we didn't have such a great pump as we had in the last halvings, for example, because we already, how can I say, we already had some uh, relations with this kind of news, so we don't
Yeah.
need to see more reactions of the prices with this news. Most of all, with this kind of big buys or sell, these kind of big companies are used to buy in micro part Bitcoin, DCAing the price as much as they can. Because if they go all in with one transaction, they move the prices all over the charts, and this is not a good. It's not good for their pockets, because they like pump all the charts, and the average price it's above the one they wanted, for example. So they DCA with small buys every, I don't know, seconds, minutes. I don't know how they manage it, but at the same time, with this kind of news where we have a date and some data that need to be respected, all the things are already priced in, because this is not like a bet portal, so all the things are already priced in. Most of all with Bitcoin and all the ETF we have now, the market is more in control of these big companies, and they move the prices as they want,
Yeah.
not as the retailers want. So we just need to follow the flow as much as we can with our little triggers, and we need to play with them. If you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Okay.
No, no, I know exactly what you mean. And then also because I'm very new to the technical analysis, that's actually quite why I kind of joined here, just to kind of see people like you, I suppose, explain it a bit better. Because I'm also trade narratives and news. Just kind of wonder, what do you think is the best way? Like, if you were to start learning technical analysis today, like, how would you go about doing that?
Okay. So, without talking about the pokey strat that I like to use to trade. If you want to trade a little and the easy strat, for example, you can just go with levels. All right. So let's take a chart. For example, I don't know. Let's go with Bitcoin. Yeah. 3 days.
Yes.
Reset chart view. This is an old technical analysis. Remove all. All right. So you can go from monthly to 4-hour or daily chart. All right.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do, obviously, is looking for the levels. Look at the levels where the price had a rejection. For example, here we had a rejection here, and here. These are the daily, the monthly level. Then you can go on the weekly, and you already seen has the you can already see has the price reacted on these levels here. Rejected, down again, pump it back here, support, up. Now we have the resistance we had. If we printed the level when we were on this candle here, you can see a sweep of the level and then down again. Then down here, if you go with a Fibonacci here, you can almost see we almost hit the 0.5 level of the range. By the way, we went down here, and this is the weekly. Then we go on the 3-day chart. Again, here you can see how well it's respected on the levels. Then you can go on the daily. So on the daily, you can already see that we have this support here, then turn it into a resistance here, down, up, support again here, as you can see it's the same level, up. Then let me set it so you can see that now. Again here, lost the support, resistance, big deviation, support, retested again here, down. So with few lines, you can understand how price reacted on the levels. Okay?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to see.
No, I can see that very fine. Thank you. And so when you're choosing like your entries, obviously, I'm assuming you'd want a smaller time frame. What time frame do you like to use?
So for example,
when like wanting to choose
strategy, I like to use the 5, 15, and 30, as you say. Then for the SFP, for example, the one we were talking about in what was the coin? Wait, we were talking about maybe Sol. Yeah, Sol. For example, here we can maybe play with the 15 or the 5 for the SFP strategy, the one with the absorption. So the one that then you can go like on other portal as MMT, and you can see the footprint. I don't like the one from TradingView, but you can go on the footprint and see maybe the absorption you have on the delta. Okay, on the candles. Sorry. Then
okay, so sorry to cut you off. Can you go back to that absorption chart, please?
Yeah, for example, let me draw it because it's better to explain.
Okay.
So if you have like, let me set it correctly so you can understand as the best. Okay, this is a candle, a red one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, let me make it like this. So we have two columns and the wick is perfectly here. Okay, so let's imagine we have this kind of candles. This must be green. This must be green. Okay. Then we have another high on the left side here. Let's imagine with the high on the green line I just wrote.
Yeah.
Just drew. So the thing is that on the footprint, you can see the buy and the sell on the right and left side. Okay. The thing is that you should have here a lot of buys. Okay, a lot of buys, But what the candles tell you that all the buys you had on the right side here, okay, weren't able to push the price above the previous high. Because here
Okay.
there is someone that is keep selling, selling, rejecting the price. So at this
Mm-hmm.
point, with a lot of buying pressure, but with this kind of candle, okay, that it's clearly a rejection, you just have a sweep of the high, because the high was this green line here. A lot of buying pressure of people that wanted to push the price up, but they weren't able to push the price up, and then you have a rejection of the price. This is a very
Yes.
interesting strategy that maybe you can also align with, for example, EXO like to play this strategy here with the sweep of a level and the EMA 200, for example. Okay, so let's imagine this is the EMA use. Okay, so you have the
Mm-hmm.
EMA, the rejection level, and then down. I like to play this, yes, with EMA, baby, okay, but most of all with the footprint. Looking at the buying pressure here on the right side or the selling pressure if you have the inverted situation like this where you go down, then you have a sweep of the level with a lot of liquidation, lot of selling
Yeah.
pressure here but that weren't able to push the price down, and little buys can push the price up.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
pretty easy to understand, I think. And yeah, this is a good strategy that you can play on 5 and 50. So you just have to go through the level, for example. We can maybe see some example in live. Let me see if you have something here. Okay, yeah, look at this. We have this important high here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You have this.
That's good.
We set this. Look, here we had 2 times. Okay, so this is a bit tricky. The best thing is to have like one candle up that liquidate all these late buyers here and then a rejection to the downside. If we go on the footprint, you can clearly see the thing I was talking about. A lot of buying pressure here ended up with a fatal price action. Weren't able to push the price above the level. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, down. If you have this
Okay.
conversion here to situation like this, it's pretty easy to understand where the market want to go. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's attempting to break it up twice and it's cut on both times.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Let me see another
Okay.
situation for you if I have something. For example, maybe, yeah, this one here, for example. Down here. Very important low with a great reaction. So I think that means we have liquidity down here that pushes the price up. You can set the level. Look at the sweep we had, perfect. We can go through this level here. What do we have here? A lot of selling pressure. Look,
Mm.
selling pressure here with negative delta. Weren't able to push the price down. What does that mean? That there is someone here that is absorbing all the sellers, a boom, up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
I
then you
see.
can play like a ping pong table, this kind of situation. All day long waiting for these kind of triggers on the chart, on different coin, setting the alerts on the high, waiting for the sweep, and so on. Okay, and you can play like
Mm.
5 and 15. It's a good one.
Okay. What about the 1 minute chart, where it's too tight?
What about,
What
sorry,
do you
again?
think? What about the 1 minute chart? Is it too tight, or what do you think? Because
Mm,
I've never seen Pocky talk about the 1 minute chart. I do see him talk about the 15 minute chart. I understand what you're saying, but like how come they basically you don't use the 1 minute chart?
you mean with lower time frame? How to play
Yeah.
with lower time
Yeah.
frame? Is that with this kind of time frame you can do a lot of operations in a day? Okay, so for example,
No, no. What I'm sorry. What I'm saying is, how come you don't use the 1 minute chart? Like, why
the one
is it too
minute,
small
the
or?
1 minute chart. Okay, my bad. Okay, got it, got it, got it. Because to be honest, I prefer to see obviously on the 1 minute chart is where the real shit happens. But the
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah.
data are processed overall on TradingView, most of all on the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes. 1 minute for
Okay.
a lot of coins, it's too fast to play with.
Okay.
So,
I
for
see.
example, you can clearly see that this movement here happened in 40 minutes, most of all, more or less.
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
minutes. So
I see.
you don't need that kind of 1 minute. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
like here, for example, you can go with entry price just below the low we just set, tight stop down here, okay, and you can play the first reaction or the confirmation waiting for the 5 minute closure to see, or the 15-minute closure to see how the delta went through the level. Okay, so then
Mm-hmm.
if you want to play the first reaction or the second one, you can go with the stop loss tight like this one here, and you got like an 8-hour move. And again
I
here,
see. Yeah.
where do you have an important low like this one here? Why this one here? Because after a sweep of this low here, this second low here was able to push the price above here. So here, what do we
Mm-hmm.
expect?
I see.
A lot of liquidation. Boom, we got the liquidation, up again for a little movement. Of course, this would be another possible situation you can play. Then it depends how tight you want the stop loss. So if you play with like stop loss like this, would have been a loss if you want to play the first reaction. If you want to go with a bit
Yeah.
of room, you can like choose to set the stop loss around these lows here, because otherwise if it start to lose the level, it can go through all this low here. So we don't care about
Yeah.
to push to set the stop loss like below this low here or here. It's the same. If we go through this level here, it's obviously that we can take the stop loss here. But if it doesn't go through these levels here, we have a tighter invalidation and so a better RR for our operation here. So this would have been a 4-hour move, 3.5-hour move, more or less, and then down here. So you get like 50% out, so with 1.75 R, and then down again. Another low we could play here was obviously the low here. This is a second low here that pushed the price up. But what happened here on the price action, you can clearly see that if you go through here, the selling pressure we had here, wait a minute, oh no, okay, it's the same. Then the selling pressure we had here, by the way, as you can see, closed the price below the low. So again here, this turned into another resistance, and then went down here, started to range, didn't have a great reaction, okay, started to lose
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
So wouldn't be a setup I would play, I mean, for the SFP.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's very simple. Yeah. Okay.
But you can find like a lot of YouTube videos about this. It's pretty easy to understand this kind of strategy. If you look at
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
forum, it's very 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 easy.
Okay. And how long did it take you to learn?
I don't know, maybe a week. Because if you start to taste the trading every day, you start to understand very very fast all the things. Okay, if you start to read, watch videos, keep reading like the articles, if you start to understand the strategies, then you can take some ingredients from everything and put together to create your own one, to understand how you can play. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that case, obviously, it's a good one for to understand. I mean, all the basics. For example, okay, you can like take a book that is written by J.P. Murphy. It's called Technical Analysis. There is like the English version, the Italian version, etc., etc. It talks about all the kind of candles, all the kind of AMAS, all the kind of trend lines, OBV, Fibonacci, all the basics about the technical analysis. This is like an holy bible for trading. Okay, after 30, 40 years, I think it's still one of the most sold books of in a trading environment. It's very, very interesting. Also, Elitz suggest this kind of book, and I read thanks to Elitz, because he suggested to this book here in an Italian Discord community where he was active. And actually, he helped me so much to understand all the dynamics of the market, the volumes, how big companies play with the market, and so on. So you can start from there. With all the basic, then you can do
Okay.
some advanced stuff like the footprint, the deltas, the volumes, the big bubbles, all the things you want. More you understand, more you learn, more you read, more you see, more you understand. That's it.
Okay.
It's like trading. It's like
Thank you very much.
you're welcome, but it's like training in gym. The first month you go with bicep with 10 kilograms. After 3 months you are able to go with 15 kilograms, and so on. It's just training, training, training for trading. Training for trading.
Oh, of course. I can see there's two people in the audience, so maybe they might have some questions for you. But
I don't know
yeah,
if they
that's it
can
for me.
they can write, but if you have anything else, it's interesting to speak with someone. It's I think the first time we do that on stream, and I think it's interest for the community too,
Okay.
for the people that will see the video.
Okay. And yeah, my questions were mainly just about stretch. So I didn't really have any other questions. What do you think of I suppose Sailor's buying strategy, like in terms of I suppose for Bitcoin going forward?
Obviously, Sailor is an enthusiast of Bitcoin. He thinks is the future. Of course, Bitcoin will be part of our financial future. I also think that cryptocurrency are a bit slowed down due to AI, to be honest, because
Mhm.
AI stole a bit of the scene of financial market, because obviously Anthropic is bringing a lot of attention back to the technologies industry. Okay, at the beginning we had ChatGPT. Nowadays ChatGPT is just for boomers. Okay, because for example I use Claude every day. Okay, for example for coding and so on. And the thing is that AI it's becoming day after day more powerful. Also, NASA want to bring Claude to in the space, for example, and this stole a bit the scene from the cryptocurrency, in my opinion. Okay, for the future, of course, MicroStrategy is accumulating Bitcoin every day, every month, every week, and so on. Um, at the same time, I think Bitcoin still need to lose a lot of level before another great run. Okay, so because if I zoom out from the chart, okay, the thing is that now we gain it back this important level here. Okay, one of the one we were talking about, this green level here. The 75 level was a crucial one. The thing is that if now we trace back down here and we bounce, it's okay. No, okay, we already bounced, sorry. I mean, if we start to run again through all this level here, I think we can have a possible top down here. And if I go with my brush like this, what do you see here? 1, 2, 3. At this point here, I really think we can go at least here. At this point here, we can take out this low here and maybe start to build again. What do you think? Make sense? Are you there? Can you hear me, fam? No, I can't hear you, Anonymous. But yeah, head and shoulder. Exactly. So now we had this big deviation below the level. We attack it again after this rejection here. Support here. We can start to build again. Tap here. If it failed to gain back the level here to gain new highs, obviously this will be a great rejection. And I think I posted this kind of chart like 5-6 months ago, something like that. And I think this is a real possible plan, to be honest. And then we can catch it back down here. And to be honest, for big companies that went into Bitcoin ETFs and so on, will be amazing to buy down here, or even if we lose it down here. Okay, you can clearly see rejection, support, interest of the price, boom, down. Too many lines on my stream. Okay, exactly. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for speaking. So interesting to speak with you all. It's always a pleasure for me. All right, fam. So, yeah, 37 minutes. Let me